நாமங்களை சொல்லவும் வேண்டும். சத்குருவின் சேவையெல்லாம் செய்யவும் வேண்டும். சேவையெல்லாம் செய்யவும் வேண்டும். சத்குருவின் பாதங்களை பணியவும் வேண்டும். பாதங்களை பணியவும் வேண்டும். நாம் சத்குருவின் பாதங்களை பணியவும் வேண்டும். நாம் எந்த பிறவி எடுத்தாலும் சத்குருநாதா, எந்த பிறவி நாங்கள் எந்த பிறவி எடுத்தாலும் சத்குருநாதா, எந்த பிறவி எடுத்தாலும் சத்குருநாதா, உன்னை மறவாத வரம் தருவாய் சத்குருநாதா, உன்னை வரம் தருவாய் சத்குருநாதா, உன்னை மறவாத வரம் தருவாய் சத்குருநாதா, உன்னை வரம் தருவாய் சத்குருநாதா. உலகமெல்லாம் தேடினாலும் சத்குருநாதா, தேடினாலும் சத்குருநாதா, உலகமெல்லாம் தேடினாலும் சத்குருநாதா, தாம் தேடினாலும் சத்குருநாதா, உன்னை போல கிடைத்திடுமோ சத்குருநாதா, போல கிடைத்திடுமோ சத்குருநாதா. உலகமெல்லாம் தேடினாலும் சத்குருநாதா, தேடினாலும் சத்குருநாதா, உன்னை போல கிடைத்திடுமோ சத்குருநாதா, கிடைத்திடுமோ சத்குருநாதா. சர்வலோக பூஜித ஸ்ரீ சத்குருநாதா, பூஜித ஸ்ரீ சத்குருநாதா, சர்வ ஜகன் மோக்ஷித ஸ்ரீ சத்குருநாதா, மோக்ஷித ஸ்ரீ சத்குருநாதா, சின்மயானந்த குரு சத்குருநாதா, நந்த குரு சத்குருநாதா, தன்மயானந்த குரு சத்குருநாதா, நந்த குரு சத்குருநாதா, சச்சிதானந்த குரு சத்குருநாதா, குரு சத்குருநாதா. சத்குருவை பார்த்து பார்த்து மகிழவும் வேண்டும், பார்த்து பார்த்து மகிழவும் வேண்டும். சத்குருவின் நாமங்களை சொல்லவும் வேண்டும், நாமங்களை சொல்லவும் வேண்டும். சத்குருவின் சேவையெல்லாம் செய்யவும் வேண்டும், சேவையெல்லாம் செய்யவும் வேண்டும். சத்குருவின் பாதங்களை பணியவும் வேண்டும், பாதங்களை பணியவும் வேண்டும். சத்குருநாத மகாராஜ் கி ஜெய். மோனமா முறையார் காட்டும், நமா முறையார் காட்டும் மா பிரம்மவத்துவாலன், பிரம்மவத்துவாலன் சிவநிலை தவசற்சீடர், ஸ்ரீ குருவரன் சிற்கையன் உவகையோருவன் தன்னுள் உவப்பவன் கழிமூகத்தன், உவப்பவன் கழிமூகத்தன் அவனையான் தென்பான் மூர்த்தி, அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே, அவனையான் தென்பான் மூர்த்தி. அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே. So today we are going to start Hastamalaka Stotram. Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara had got 4 Pradhana Shishyas. You all know about that. One is Sureshwaracharya, then Padmapadacharya, and then Hastamalaka, and then Todakacharya. These are the 4 Pradhana Shishyas. So Adi Shankara established 4 mathas in 4 corners of the Bharata Desha, and he appointed one Shishya as the Madhadipati of each Madhas. But he himself finished everything by the age of 32, and he just left. We don't know where he went. He just left. Left means what? He went up the hills, Kailash, Himalayas, and he just disappeared. That's what people say. And some people say he got samadhi here, there, everywhere. But just disappeared. So this is when he was young, when he was going on the Digvijaya. Once when we visited western part of the Bharata Desha, maybe somewhere Maharashtra, I don't know where, western part. So there, one Brahmana by name, I think Panduranga, 1 minute, I will just refer. Prabhakara, correct, Prabhakara. So Prabhakara, he brought his young son, he was 13 or 14, the young son, he brought him to Adi Shankara, and he heard this boy is not talking anything, and this boy has no pravrutti. He is not involving in anything in life. He is not playing with his boys. He has no likes or dislikes. He was like a jhada, not involved in anything. What to be done? So people, when they find their children to be totally useless, they say, why can't you accept in your ashram? If a person is really useful, then they feel he will be useful for me. If he is totally useless, why can't you keep him in your ashram? So I don't know what Prabhakara said. He said, he is such a person, I don't know what to do with him. Then both of them prostrated. So when the son prostrated, Adi Shankara took him and asked him, oh dear son, who are you? That's it. The very first time he opened his mouth, and high philosophy. Nobody could imagine. My God, everybody was stunned. So whatever he uttered, that is the Hastamalaka Stotram. I suppose he must have sung this for the first and last time, I suppose. He was in Mauna always, that's what they say. Very withdrawn person. Nivrutti, very withdrawn and never ever speaking. But Hastamalaka means for him the truth is like the fruit in the palm. Meaning very obvious, self-evident, no doubts. So that's why he's called Hastamalaka. His original name we don't know. It's not given here. It may be there somewhere. But his popular name is Hastamalaka. Right? And we have got 14 verses. One is Adi Shankara's question, and then he answers. He gives out. So it's most beautiful, and Bhagavan has made it into Tamil. The Hastamalaka Stotram, he has made it into Tamil. When it comes to Bhagavan's word, I really revel in it. See, because Samskrita, though whatever surrendered, is not our mother tongue, or this is our mother tongue, and also Bhagavan's words. See, that is what is important. See, for me, whatever language is auspicious only, but it is Bhagavan's words. That's why it's so auspicious. Inguru niyar pillai, யாருடை மைந்தன் நீதான், எங்கு செல்கின்றாய் உன் பேர், என்ன நீ எங்கிருந்து இங்கு வந்தன என் உள்ளம், இன்புற இசைப்பா என்று சங்கரன் அவிலப்பாலன் சாற்றிட வாய்தீரந்தான் சங்கரன் அவிலப்பாலன் சாற்றிட வாய்தீரந்தான். Beautiful. Inguru niyar pillai, O pillai, dear son. Inguru niyar. Who are you who has come here? Inguru means who have come here. Niyar, who are you? Yarudai maindan nidan, whose son you are. Meaning that Prabhakara introduced him, that is, he is my son. But still here, Shankara is asking, Yarudai maindan nidan, whose son you are. You want to close that? Yengu selgindrai, meaning where are you going? See, these questions we have to ask ourselves. Actually, Yengu selgindrai, un per enna? What is your name? நீ எங்கிருந்து இங்கு வந்தனை? From where you have come actually? என் உள்ளம் இன்புற இசைப்பாய். May you reveal all this so that I am pleased. இன்புற, என் இதயம் இன்புற, உள்ளம் இன்புற இசைப்பாய் என்று சங்கரன் நவில. Shankara, when he inquired thus, Balan சாற்றிட வாய்திறந்தான். Balan means that young fellow. He opened his mouth for the very first time in his life. So what are the questions? Who are you? Whose son you are? What are you doing here? Where are you going? And where from you are? Please tell me. We should ask this question ourselves, Who am I? From where I have come? See, we all immediately answer, I have come from mother's womb. My God, that is not at all an answer. See, this body, this Annamaya Sharira, comes from the parents because of their seeds. But the Jiva is not from parents. It is unique. Jiva is unique. So, who am I really? In this Janma, these are my parents. In the other Janmas, I may have some other parents. But who am I really? See, after finishing the Vedanta course and all, hot, I was posted to Sri Lanka. I went there. And when I was there, one elderly Ayya, he is very kind, very nice Ayya. He asked me a simple question only. Swami, you have come away from your parents and all. Don't you feel homesick? I blasted him left, right and center. What do you think? Who is my parent? Who is my father? Who is my mother? Who am I? He got so scared. I was very young then. Maybe 22, 23, I don't know. Very young then. He got little, very concerned and very, very, very nice person. Nicely only asked me. But something triggered in me. How dare he ask such question? Whether I'm homesick? What nonsense I have taken up to this path? What homesick? What is the home? Which is the home? Who is my parent? Who is my son? Who is my... He got so scared. So, but Hastamalaka was a very nice child. So he didn't blurt out like that. He in a different way. Ella loosunga. என்னப்பா அவன் பேர் கேட்டால் பேரை சொல்லணுமா இல்லையா? அப்பா இறந்து இருக்காரு, இப்போ தான் அப்பா இப்படியானு சொல்லிட்டு எங்கிருந்து வந்தாங்கன்னா நான் இந்த அந்த கிராமத்துலேருந்து வந்தேன். திஸ் இஸ் வாட் வி ஆல் டெல் நா. பட் திஸ் ஃபெலோ he goes berserk. He tells something. So Shankara, so we have to ask about this question we have to ask ourselves. From where we have come actually? And what are we doing here? See, we are earning, spending, then procreating, then taking care of the children, ha ha ho ho, all those stuff. Then mupu pini shakad, old age, disease, death, and again born here. And what are we doing? Again the same thing, again and again. Studying something, getting some degree, finding a job, getting married, then earning, spending, shopping, hopping here, there. What are we doing here? And again the same thing. And where are we going actually? Where are we going means what? Okay, this body will be dropped. Then what? Then where are we going? We don't know. So from where we have come, we don't know. Where are we going? We don't know. What are we doing here? We don't know actually. Actually, the problem with people is they don't know what to do. Actually speaking, including the speaker, we all don't know what to do in life. When you grow older and older, the elderly people, what they do, in the calendar they mark 25th February, his marriage, 28th, it is happening there. So for them, they look forward only for some weddings, some congregation, something, so that they can talk with people. And apart from that, what to do? They don't know what to do. Even the youngsters don't know what to do. That is why they go on browsing. They don't know what to do. So these are the questions you have to ask. What am I doing here? Every day getting up, eating, sleeping, and watching some television, and then talking through phone through somebody, or gossiping here, there. What am I doing? My God, I don't know what am I doing. Earning, spending, fighting, quarreling, and then one day leaving. And where are we going? What is the purpose of this life? These are all the questions we have to ponder over. We don't have time for all these things. So he asked the same question to that small child, that Balan. Balan means that young fellow. So from where you have come? Kastvam koham, this is the question. Kuta ayataha? Kame janani kome tataha? These are all the questions. In Bhajagovindam, the same question is asked. Kastvam, who are you? Koham, who am I? Kuta ayataha, from where you have come? Kame janani, who is your mother? Kome tataha, who is your father? So these are the questions asked. Something triggered within, and that Balagan started giving out his Upadesha to the Guru. Not Upadesha exactly. He is explaining, or he is revealing who he is. Naranalan Suraniyakan Nanalan Andanan Matru Arasanum Vanihan Sudran Allanar Brahmachari Girahiyum Vanaprattan Kedagal Sanniyasi Nirayinil Arum Allen Nisaboda Vadivaname Naranalan Suraniyakan Nanalan Andanan Matru Arasanum Vanihan Shudran Allanal Brahmachari Girahiyum Vanaprattan Kedagal Sanniyasi Nirayinil Arum Allen Nisaboda Vadivaname. What a wonderful reply. Naranalan, first and foremost, I am not a human being. My God, Naranalan, I am not a human. Oh, then are you a Deva? Devati Deva. Suranalan. Suran means Devan. Asuran ka opposite Suran. Suran, Asuran. So I am not Deva also. Then Yakkanalan. Yakkan means Yakshan. See, Deva, in Devaloka and other lokas, there are so many other beings. So one is Yakshan. I am not the Yakshan. Then Nanalan Andanan. I am not the Brahmana. So in this world, are you belonging to any of these categories? Brahmana? I am not a Brahmana. Brahmana means one who can think. One who thinks or contemplates on the higher. He is called as Brahmana. Not by wearing a sacred thread anybody can become a Brahmana. Only by thinking or contemplating on the higher truth one becomes Brahmana. So I am not a Brahmana. Then I am not a Raja, Maharaja, Arasan. I am not a king. Means I am not a Kshatriya, he means. Vanigan, Nanalan Vanigan. Vanigan means a merchant. Vaishya, correct. Vaishya. See, actually all of us are Vaishyas only. Always worried about money. So I am not a Vaishya or I am not a Shudra. Shudra means one who serves. So I am not any of these, belonging to any of these Varnas. There are Chatur Varniyam, na? Four Varnas. I don't belong to any of these Varnas. Then, are you beyond everything? Wait, I will tell you what. Allanar Brahmachari. I am not a Brahmachari. Then, are you a Grahastha? No. I am not a Grahiyam. Girahiyam. Kirahiyam, Grahastha. I am not a Grahastha. Not even Vanaprastha. Kedahal Sannyasi. Not even a Sannyasi. Kedahal means flawless. I am not even flawless sannyasi. So I don't belong to any of these varnas or don't belong to any of these ashramas. And I am not a human also. Nor I am a Devadi Deva, or I am not a Yaksha, nor any of these beings. Then Nirayinil Arumalle. In fact, I don't belong to any of these categories. Nirayinil Arumalle means I don't belong to any of these categories. Then what am I? Nisabodha Vadivaname. Nija Bodha. Nisa means Nija Bodha. Bodha means the pure knowledge. The pure knowledge am I. Nija Bodha Vadivaname. My true form is Nija Bodham. The true knowledge which illuminates everything and which illuminates itself. That Satchit Swarupam am I. I am. Nija Bodha. Bodha means what? Swarupam, or the knowledge, the pure knowledge. I am. I am not any of these. All these dharmas belong to the body mind. See, human being means what? This body you call as human. The dog you don't call as human. Only with the reference to the body you say, na? And even this Chatur Varniyam and all, it all belongs to the body and the mind mostly. But I am beyond the body mind. In fact, I am not any of these. I am just Nija Bodha Vadivaname. I am the pure self in which everything rises and everything subsides, and in which there is nothing other than itself. That non-dual pure self I am. This is how we have to always feel and assert. Our Acharya ji used to say, thinking about the past or reveling in the past gives rise to ego. Without reference to the past, the ego cannot survive. Even if you have to introduce yourself, how you introduce? I am so and so. Past only. Somebody has called you by that name, so you remember that and you say I am so and so. So anything you introduce about yourself, it has always a reference to the past. Without referring to the past, you cannot reveal yourself. That is why some elderly people, when they get dementia, they forget everything. And they don't know. If somebody asks, who are you, from where are you? I don't know. When they say they are honest, they don't remember means what? You cannot reveal yourself. See, if you forget everything, let us say, you don't know even your name. Who you are, you don't know. Where you belong to, you don't know. So ego means I am, the personality, this and that, always a reference to the past. So we should not think I am this or that. If I think I am a Swami, I am gone. If I think I am an Acharya, a Guru, I am gone. If I think I am a sort of a Pandita who has learned scriptures or this or that, I am gone. Thank God I am not a Pandita. So, I am pure self. I am the pure knowledge. This is how we have to assert. So here, Hastamalaka, the very first word what he spoke, I am the Nijabodha Vadivaname. My true form is, I am of the pure nature, pure self, pure knowledge I am. And then he goes on. சூரியன் சகத்தொழிற்கு சொற்றிடு நிமித்தமென்ன ஆருளஞ்சச்சுவாதி ஆட்டத்திற்கேதுவாவன் ஆரெலா உபாதியும் விட்டு ஆகாயம் போலிருப்பன் ஓரியல் நித்த சித்த உருவனாம் அவ்வான்மானான் உருவனாம் அவ்வான்மானான் சூரியன் சகத்தொழிற்கு சொற்றிடு நிமித்தமென்ன ஆருளம் சச்சுவாதி ஆட்டத்திற்கேதுவாவன் ஆரெலாம் உபாதியும் விட்டு ஆகாயம் போலிருப்பன் ஓரியல் நித்த சித்த உருவனாம் அவ்வான்மானான். In the Guru Stuti, it is said, Avvattu Anro Nidan, Avvattu Anro Nidan. Here he says, Avvanmanan, Avvanmanan. I am that. So that is why we are taking these two things together. This Guru Stuti and Hastamalakam. Because the former one, Avvattu Anro Nidan, or you not that self, you are that, you are that. Here it is asserting, yes, I am that, I am that. So Tattvamasi Mahavakya and Aham Brahmasmi Mahavakya. That is the theme of these two stotras. Okay. Here he says, Suryan Sahattolirku Sotridum Nimittam enna. Suryan means the Lord Sun. He is always considered to be the cause or responsible for the Sahattolil, for the worldly activity. Because people go to sleep during night. That is those days, not now. Now, then only they get up. Like Rakshasas. 11 o'clock only they get up. And then they think, what should I do? Shall I order something from Swiggy? Then shall I eat something? Or shall I go somewhere to a pub? Shall I drink? Shall I dance? So, but those days, when it is evening, they all pack up everything and they go to bed. In the morning when the sun rises, early morning everybody gets up and everybody start doing their work. So for the worldly activity, as if sun is considered to be the cause or he is sort of responsible. But now most of the people have never seen sunrise in their life, have never seen sunrise, meaning what? They don't know what is 7 o'clock even. Morning 7 o'clock, they don't know. Maximum 8:39 I know. Sunday means only 1 o'clock mid-sun I get up. So, the sun is supposed to be the nimittam. Nimittam means what? Karanam for the people to start working. Similarly, what he says, or ulam chachuvadi attathirku eduvavan. Similarly, I am the one who is responsible for the activities of the chachu, eyes. Adi means manasachu, the mind, etc. Attathirku eduvavan. For the activities of the eyes, ears, the senses and the mind, I am the one who is the nimitta, the responsible or cause for the senses and mind to function in the world outside. So first he said, Nisabodham Adivaname, the pure consciousness he said. And in the presence of pure consciousness, these senses are activated. The mind gets its light and it functions. So I am that self in whose presence the senses and the mind function in the world outside. See, if you go and ask sun, thank you so much sun, you have done a great job. So because of your light, everybody is awake and they are doing their work. Sun will ask, what light? What? You are light only. What light? I have never seen any light. Why? Because sun has never seen any darkness, so he doesn't know what is light. You and I know what is light, but sun doesn't know what is light. So he is not pumping light into the world so that everybody will do their work. No, he is just remaining where he is, and because of his light everybody is functioning. So he has no kartrutva abhimana that I am doing something. Similarly, he says, I don't have any kartrutva abhimana, I am doing something. Just in my presence, in my auspicious presence, all these senses and mind, not of these senses and mind, all the senses and mind, they function in their respective fields. How beautiful it is. Or means who, because of whose presence, ulam means the mind. Chachu adi, all the senses, ஆட்டத்திற்கு ஏதுவாவன். ஆட்டம் போடுது இல்லையா, அப்படியே சொல்லியிருக்கா ஆட்டம்னு. The senses and mind கூத்தாடுது இல்லையா, ஆட்டத்திற்கு ஏதுவாவன். I am the cause. Cause ஏது means நிமித்த காரணம் only. My presence, all of these, they function. யார் எல்லா உபாதியும் விட்டு, who having given up all the upadhis, upadhis we have seen, na? The annamaya, pranamaya, all these upadhis which is covering the self. So ஆர் எல்லாம் உபாதியும் விட்டு ஆகாயம் போல் இருப்பன். Aha. Like space I remain always. Space means infinite. Nothing can bound space. Nothing can bind space. Nothing can restrict space. It is boundless. I am like space. Not only that, I give avakasha to everything, but I am not touched by anything. So, gagana upamam they say. I am not bound by anything. I have no bondage, no binding. Like space, I am unattached. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punaha Satchidananda rupoham ahameva ahamadvayaha aham avyayaha. So here I am unattached. That is the idea of space. See, whenever it is space, it is ella infinite, and it is unattached. It gives room to everything, but it is not attached to anything. So I am like space. So in my presence, all these mind and senses, they function in the world outside. Like in the presence of the sun, the whole world, just they start functioning. ஆகாயம் போலிருப்பன் ஓரியல் நித்த சித்தன். ஓரியல், I am of the nature of that self which is always the same. ஓரியல்பாக இருக்கக்கூடியது. ஓரியல், always the same. Meaning when it is, there is nothing called when it is young or when it becomes old. It is always navanavam, always the same. So ஓரியல் நித்த சித்த, நித்த சித்த உருவனாம். Siddhan means what? Always I am liberated. Nitta Siddhan. It is not that I was bound and then I got liberated. Nitta Siddhan. Ever liberated I am. That is my true nature. See, from the standpoint of the self, there was never ever a bondage. No ignorance. Therefore, no liberation also. It is always liberated. Nitta Siddhan. See, this is how we have to feel. We should not go on asking who is a Siddha here. Very cheap. I am Nitta Siddhan. That is what we should assert. I am Nitta Siddhan. I am Nitta Siddhan. What talking? Have you seen any Siddha? I am Nitta Siddhan. I am ever liberated because I have no bondage. I am the self. As the body mind, it is false. I may be anything. As body mind, I may be anything. All is false, na? So what is my true nature? I am Nitta Siddha Swarupam. Nitta Siddha Urvanam. That is how we have to assert. See, having studied Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, Adi Shankaras, Bhagavans, we should not say, oh, yes, I have done that mistake, I am sorry, I will not repeat that. All those nonsense. This body mind is false. Whatever the body minds, it is not mine. I am Nitya Siddha Swarupam. Achyutaha I am. Achyutaha means one who will never slip. Chuta means to slip. Piraldal. Achyutaha. That is how we have to feel. So, Nitya Siddha Uruvanam Avanmanan. I am that self. Avanmanan. That self I am. The pure self I am. Nisabodha Vadivaname. I am the pure knowledge. I am the self. Not anything else. Once again. Suriyan Sagatolirku Sotridu Nimitamenna Arulam Chachu Adi Attattirkeduvavan Arelam Upadiyum Vittu Ahayam Poliruppan Oriyal Nidha Siddha Nitya Siddha Uruvanam Avanmanan. Then moving on to the fourth verse. Yeriyadu Vemmai Pola Yavanitya Bodha Rupa Oruvanai Kambam Indri Olirdarum Yavanai Sarnde Arivila Karanam Indi Aditan Tolmer Sellum Arivurum Nitya Siddha Ayula Avanmanan Arivuru Nitya Siddhan Ayula Avanmanan. Yeriyadu Vemmai Pola. Yeri means Agni, fire. Vemmai means the heat. Nobody can separate the heat from the fire. Is that not so? Fire and the heat, they are inseparable. They are one only. Similarly, the Atma, the self, and the Atma Chaitanyam, the light of the self cannot be separated. So I am that light which is illuminating everything. Yeriyadu Vemmai Pola Yavan Nitya Bodha Rupanai. Nitya Bodha Rupan Oruvanai. Bodha Rupan means what? Of the nature of pure knowledge. See, that knowledge, when it reflects in the buddhi or the antakarana, it becomes reflected consciousness. Chichaya. That only illuminates everything in the world. So, the reflected consciousness is nothing but the consciousness only. That is what he is saying. Like the fire and the heat cannot be separated, my real Swarupam is Chit Swarupam. And even the light of consciousness is not other than me. Oruvanai Kambamindri Olirdarum Yavanai Charnde Arivila Karanam Indiyadi Tan Tan Tolirmer Sellum. Here, Oruvanai, I am the one. Kambam Indri. See, in Sadharan Tamil, in ordinary Tamil, Kamba means a post. I was wondering, where is the post here? Kambam, Kambam. But you know what it means? See, you will be very surprised. It is actually a Sanskrit word exactly put in Tamil. Kampam means shaking. Kampana. Kampana means vibration, shaking. So, Kambam Indri means what? No movement in me. Kampam Indri, I am Achalam. Chalanam Indri, Allah. Chalanam Indri, Chalanam Indri. Kampam Indri means Chalanam Indri. Olirdarum Yavanai Charnde. In whose light, depending on whose light, Arivila Karanam Indriyadi. Arivila means by themselves they don't have any knowledge, any illumination. Arivila Karanam Indriyadi. The Antakaranam, the mind, Buddhi, and Indriyadi, the senses. Tan Tolirmer Chellum. They function in their respective fields. Arivuru Nitta Suddhanayula Avanmanan. So that pure knowledge I am, that pure self I am. So this is what is explained in the fourth words. I think today it has become too much, so I don't want to go into these words. Tomorrow we will see, we will stop here. See, I don't want to overload you. So much of dosage, I don't want. See, at least this you go and think or contemplate, that will be very good. So every day 2-3 words only I want to go about. There are 15 verses here. Already we have covered 3-4. So remaining 2 or 3 we can take every day and we can finish it off. Okay. But it's all very fascinating, na? Very beautiful. Even Tamil, the tune, the message, the Upadesha, everything is remarkable. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So you are all wanting to go?